Hey there guys, it's Neonek to be here. I'm back again with a 1.5 deck profile this time, Shine Greymon, and just a little bit of background. This was the deck that started my Digimon journey. So I was playing it on Octagon for about a few weeks and I've tried it, tested it. I love the deck. It's control. It's a control deck at its heart because of this bad boy here. You just want to amass a ton of tamers, turn them sideways, and get rid of your opponent's board. You will get rid of a load of things really easily. You can put 4 Shine Greymon pings, let's call them, into say an Omnimon to kill it. Kill a load of rookies. It's good against Rookie Rush. If it gets to the point where it can set up, if Rookie Rush, say, rushes it out and does its job, then it's not that good of a matchup. But I'm just going to go through how I've built the first version, the first run through of the deck. So I'll start off with the eggs. There's a thing that you can do with the eggs. So I'm going with 4 Tokomon. So it's got the inherited effect. When the opponent's Digimon's deleted by dropping 0 DP, which you'll do with the Shine Greymon, it gets 1k DP for the turn. So you can trigger it on anything that has this as an inherited effect. It's just 1k DP. It's bonus DP that you're going to get. I guess you could play... So I play Nyaramon. Nyaramon has a... on an opponent's turn, if this Digimon is suspended, your security Digimon get 1k DP. When you pair this with TK Takaishi, the 2-cost one from the star deck, your security becomes super beefy. So your 7Ks become like 14Ks when this is suspended, or your Shine Greys become like removal spells at the point where you've got your board set up. So I like Nyaramon for that option. You could play the Cupimon, which is when it attacks, you get to draw if you have 5 or more security. It does help with the draw power and digging through to get to your Shine Greymons, because the only level 6 that I'm playing in this is the Shine Greymon, so I hit Shine Greymons when I hit level 6. But yeah, other than that, these are the eggs that I'm going for in the first build. They're solid. They do what they do best. So on to the rookies now. So playing 14 rookies. At first I was on 15 rookies. Seemed a little too much because we need space for tamers. We need space for a fair amount of tamers. So we'll start with 4 Labramon. 4 Labramon as the has the inherited effect when the opponent's Digimon is deleted by dropping 0 DP, triggered draw 1. You will get this off your Shine Greymon. No earlier in my build, there's no minus DP effects. It's apart from Eden's Javelin, which does the minus effect. But getting a draw late game, or just getting a draw from reducing, you can get it off the Geo Greymon as well. So you can get it sometimes in the mid game, get a draw off. It's just a really good inherited effect. 0 to evolve. It's a good all-round level 3. Good rookie. Then we'll go for the 4 Agumon. The best rookie in this deck, I would say, by far. Its inherited effect is when attacking, if you have 3 or more yellow tamers, you trigger draw 1. So it's a more consistent form of draw compared to Labramon, because you will have 3 tamers pretty quickly. When you're playing Shine Greymon, your tamers are fairly cheap, so you'll have, say, TK, the 4-cost TK, which will bump you up to 3 memory, and then Akari, which I'm playing as well. So this is really good consistent draw, 3k body as well, and 0 to evolve. I mean, it's a good card. Then we play the 3 Salamon and the 3 Patamon. So Salamon is just a vanilla 3k 2-cost to play, 0 to evolve. You can play Tsukaimon if you don't have the Salamon. It's the same pretty much thing. With this Patamon has an on-play effect. you reveal top 4 and you add any tamers that you find there. I play 10 tamers in this deck, so the chances that I hit a tamer are pretty high. So I can play this, say, turn 1, top 4, add a TK, add a Kari, add another TK, and this is a really good effect. I think I might play this at 4. It's just that I like the Salamon for the cheaper cost. You can play it out, say, later, just to put a body on the board. So that's the rookie lineup. 14. 15 was way too much in my testing. 15 was way too much. On to the champions. Play 12 champions. So for Geogreymon, Geogreymon has the effect when attacking. If you have 3 or more yellow tamers, target Digimon gets 2k DP, minus 2k DP until the end of the turn. It's good to get rid of 2k DP Digimon like Gabumon, opposing Labramons, anything that's 1k. Yeah, 1k, 2k dies to this. Good inherited effect, cheap to evolve as well. That's also where we play the Teruyemon. For Teruyemon, 1 cost to evolve. You don't really want to play it at 6 cost. It's good to get into your Shine Greymon fast, which is basically what you want to do. You want to control the board, you want to get a level 5 on board, and make that swing turn with the Shine Greymon. You want to control the board at all times, so just cheap, draw, game for your deck. And then, because we want to help with setup, we play 4 Unimon. I was not playing 4 Unimon in the original build. I somehow had only 8 champions, and I don't know how. So I did add in 4 Unimon to fix that. We've got a blocker now, so it helps us with our game plan of just stalling out the game enough for us to build a board with tamers so that we can get a decent Shine Greymon off. So Unimon's just good. Blockers are always good, and then it's good against aggro matchups and just anything that's aggressive. Just block or protect one of your bigger stacks from, say, something that would attack over it. So that's it for the champions. On to the ultimates now. 8 ultimates. So we play is the best ultimate in this deck, for this deck. Sirenmon, you play it for 5. You can play it for 5 like pretty easily, and then just put Shine Greymon over it. It evolves for 2, 6k body. It's a good all-round card. Vanilla, but it's a body that we can get on board and evolve into a Shine Greymon really quickly. And then for the other ultimate, we play the Rise Greymon, 4 Rise Greymon. And it has a when digivolving effect. You can play 1 yellow tamer from your hand without paying its cost. No on-play effects trigger from it. So it's best to play your TKs, or it's best to play Karis from this, not the 4-cost TK, because you want to trigger its on-play effect to get the search your security stack. It's also got a inherited effect, which is your turn when you have 3 or more yellow tamers, you give the Digimon security attack +1. So it makes your Shine Greymon swing for 2 security. It's a really good card. Really, really good card. I really like Rise Greymon. It's one of my favorites to evolve into before you get into the Shine Greymon. And then the start of the show itself, we have 4 Shine Greymon. When digivolving, suspend all of your yellow tamers, and then you do 4k minus per tamer that you've suspended. Busted effect. Super, super good when you have like 7, 8 different tamers on board. You rest all of them. That's minus 32k DP on the board that you can just spread around in different pings. So good as well. And it also has a your turn effect. It gets plus 1k DP for all tamers that you have. Yeah, for each tamer that you have in play. Don't know why. The only drawback to this card is that it has a really annoying 4-cost to evolve into. So you're usually, mainly, I find myself on 3 memory because I'll have a TK in play. So 4 will pass it to my opponent's turn, so I won't be able to capitalize and swing with, say, a Shine Greymon with a Rise Greymon underneath it. So playing Karis helps that. Helps you get more memory, and then if you get aggroed out in the early game, you get the Kari memory, and that's where you can get the Shine Greymon and swing it back into your favor. That's what I really like with Shine Greymon. It's a super solid deck. Then for the two options, I'll move on to the Tamers last. 2 Eden's Javelin. I don't know whether to play this at 2 or 1. It is a good card, so it's trigger draw 1. Draw one card from your deck, and then one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 1k DP for each card in your hand. You are going to have a stacked hand in this deck. You are going to piece together your turns. You're going to have stuff just stocked up in your hand, like your Shine Greymons, your Tamers that you don't want to play or keep for later on. You will have a stocked hand. So Eden's Javelin is super solid. If you hit it off security as well, it's super good. You get a draw and you get to kill something maybe, or just decrease something's DP so you can swing over it. It's a super solid card. I don't know whether to play this at 2 or 1 though. 2's good so far, but I might cut this down to 1. I don't know what I'll swap it out with though. Then on to the main part, which are the Tamers. So we'll go for 3 TK Takaishi, 2-cost one from the starter. It's all your security Digimon get plus 2k DP, and in your opponent's turn. This is your removal. This is your removal. This is what makes your security thick, for lack of a better word. It's really good card. Cheap tamer as well. So you play this, it gets suspended. It just represents minus 4k DP when I see this, because I'm going to eventually play the Shine Greymon, and it'll get suspended, and I can control the board like that. So good card. Then we play the free Kari Kamiya. At the start of your turn, if you have 3 or more security, for your fewer security, you gain a memory, and then security you play it for no cost. Super solid card, because you're going to, I feel like, once your opponent realizes that you're on Shine Grey, they will go aggressive. So you'll have 3 or fewer security cards in no time at all. So getting the memory that you can evolve into the Shine Greymon and swing it back. That's what you want to do with this deck. You want to make massive amount of Tamers, and then just swing the game back into your favor and just grind them out with Rise Greymon inherited effects, security attack +1s, and just swing. And then you want to just keep on. If you change Shine Greymons as well, it's super good. I'm done with the Tamers. We're missing out on the best Tamer, 4 TK Takaishi. It's yellow draw. It's yellow's draw. Busted card, I think. It's super good, just to fix your security, so you can take out, well, the really crappy 1k DP Digimon that you play. Crappy in the sense that they have low DP, so they won't get affected so much by the other TK. So you'll be hitting like 7k, 8k, 9k, which kills a fair amount of things, but you really want the beefier stuff in security, so it just allows you to fix your security to make it tailor it to your liking. And then it's also draw. I see it as draw, and then you recover. This is a great card. So 10 Tamers, I don't find that cloggy at all. If I see a Tamer, I play the Tamer and pass turn. It can memory starve as well. So if they give you 2, you play a Kari, put them on 1. If they give you 1, you play a TK, put them on 1. TK as well, this other TK, if you get that down early, that can put you into an advantageous position, because you can play a Kari and it'll still be your turn. So it's these Tamers, this amount of Tamers is super good, because you need them for the Shine Greymon effect. So that is the deck profile so far for Shine Greymon. I was not playing the blockers, as I said before, but yeah, you really do need to play blockers in this to just protect yourself in the early game. The early game for this deck is a bit of a struggle. It is mainly a late game deck from what I've seen, from what I've experienced. So if you don't play blockers, you will have a pretty hard time. What was I playing before? I think I was playing a combination of Slash Angemon and something else that I cannot remember. Slash Angemon, the theory behind that was that I could get more procs off my Tokomon and my Labramon to get more draws, but it's really not needed. I think the only level 6 that you need, the only Mega that you need, is the Shine Greymon. Shine Greymon will put in the work for you. It's the only level 6 that you need, and you dig through your deck a considerable amount with all the draw that you have, all the consistent evolutions that you're getting. You will have a Shine Greymon or two in your hand by the time you've set up your board. So that's it for today, guys. Leave a like, subscribe, do what you want in the comments, within reason. And I will see you next time, hopefully, with some other deck. Let's say Ragnar Lordmon, because I don't think he's getting enough love. So I'll see you next time, and peace.